Good morning, friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyan Manjri Vidyapith. Students, I hope that you remember which topic we are doing. We are doing this lesson, which is flotation. So, in our today's session, first we will study about the basic formulas, and before that, as usual, welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. Friends, in our today's session, first we will study about the basic formulas that we are going to use today. Some of the very important formulas that we'll use today is this: buoyant force U is equal to V into rho into G. That is, buoyant force is volume of the object which is immersed, rho is the density of the fluid in which the object is immersed, and G is the gravitational acceleration. Most of the time the fluid is water. Because most of the time fluid is water, we should know the density of the water. Water's density is 1000 kilogram per meter cube or 1 gram per centimeter cube. Here it is. Density of water Few other important formulas related to density are: density is mass upon volume. Density is defined as the ratio of mass and volume, while relative density is defined as the ratio of density of object and density of water. At 4 degrees Celsius. Alright, so these are the basic formulas you should know. First note down this content, after that we'll move on the today's numericals. Quickly note down just 4 formulas, 3 formulas and 1 value. Quick. Now, let's move further on the very first type of numerical. What is given over here? We are having the question like this. A cubical box of side 1 centimeter is immersed up to half of its length in water. Find the buoyant force acting on the box. So it is like this. You are having a cube and what are the dimensions? The cube is of 1 centimeter. So all are of 1 centimeter each. Now it is filled up to half of its length. It is having water. So we have water over here. Up to half of its length. That means in this cubical box there is water for about 0.5 centimeter. Alright, this is how there is water totally filled. Up to half of its length, that is about 0.5 centimeter. Now they have said, calculate the buoyant force which is acting on the object. What is the formula of buoyant force? Buoyant force is V rho g, volume of the object into density into the gravitational acceleration. Here you have to take the gravitational acceleration as 10 meter per second square. Now how to calculate the volume of a cube? Volume of a cube is L cube, but here we cannot take the L cube over here as 1 cube. Why? Because the object the water is filled only up till 0.5 centimeter. So what do we need to do? In this case we need to find out its volume. How? Volume is like length into breadth into height, that is area into height. What is the area? 1 into 1. What is the height? 0.5. So the volume comes up to be 0.5 centimeter cube. Now buoyant force U is equal to V rho and G. What is the volume? 0.5. What is the density of water? In CGS unit. We are doing everything right now in CGS unit. So density of water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So here it's 1 gram per centimeter cube into G needs to be taken in the basic, like you need to take it in centimeter. So here G you are having as 10 meter converted into centimeter, so it will become 100 centimeter per second square. If we don't write the unit, then also it's okay. This is how we convert it. Now 0.5 into 10 is 5. 5 into 100 is 500. So it is 500 dyne. Alright. Another thing we know is 1 Newton is 10 raised to 5 dyne. So 500 dyne is how many Newton? So it will get divided by 500 upon 10 raised to 5. Two zeros will get cancelled. 0 0 jo chai. So it's 5 by 1000. That is 5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Because it is a force, its unit is Newton. This is the answer. Alright, note down this particular numerical, then we will move further. Be quick. Note it down quickly. Quick. Note down it quickly. So I hope you have noted the content. Now we'll move on the next particular type of numerical. Here is the next numerical. There is a block of metal which is immersed completely in water. If the density is 5400 gram per centimeter cube, its volume is 50 centimeter cube, then calculate the buoyant force acting on the block and its apparent weight loss. So what they have given? It is given that there is one block of metal which is immersed completely in water. So you are having like this. There is water, and a block Suppose A, it is immersed completely in water. You have to calculate what is the buoyant force which is acting on the water. How much will be the buoyant force? That is the upthrust. Alright, so for calculating the buoyant force, what do we need to find out? We need to find out the basic formula you are knowing of buoyant force, U is equals to V into rho into G. What is the volume of the block? It is 50 centimeter cube. What is the density of water? If you calculate the density of water, then the density of water, it is 1 gram per centimeter cube. How do we come to know? We have already mentioned over here. Next, chi, which is gravitational acceleration, it comes up to 1000. How? Because if we want to convert meter into centimeter, we need to multiply it by 100. So here you get the buoyant force as 5000 dyne. If you convert it, one more 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 50,000 dyne. If we convert it into Newton, then how do we need to convert it? Divide it by 5 zeros. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what will happen? Again, Jojai will happen and you will get U as 0.5 Newton. Alright, so the buoyant force which is acting is 0.5 Newton. This is how it came. Next is how the weight will be different, that is calculate its apparent weight loss. How much loss is there in its weight if the buoyant force is 0.5 Newton? For that we need to calculate its actual weight. So for calculating its actual weight, how to calculate? We have been given this density and its volume. So for calculating its actual weight, we know that density is equal to mass upon volume. Therefore, mass will be equal to density into volume. Now, what is the density of the object? It is 5400. What is the volume? It is 50. So we need to just multiply 54 with 5. 5 4s are 25, 5s are 25 and 2, 27. Now we need to find out its weight in air. Once we find out its weight in air and we subtract the buoyant force from it, what will we get? We will get its apparent weight loss. So how to calculate now the apparent weight loss? For finding out the apparent weight loss, the density and volume are given to us. So weight in air what is it equal to? It is equal to its density into volume. So what is the density of it? 5400 into what is its volume? Its volume is 50, which is, if you multiply 54 with 5, you get 270. This much dyne. Now again, you are having it in dyne, you want to convert it into Newton. What to do? Divide by 5 zeros. that is 2.7 Newton. Now, what will be the apparent loss? Apparent loss is actual weight minus the upthrust. So its actual weight in air is 2.7 Newton minus the buoyant force, which is 0.5 Newton. So 2.7 minus 0.5 comes to 2.2 Newton, and this is its apparent loss in the weight. Alright, once again let us see the whole of the numerical. There is a block of metal which is immersed completely in water. Then it is said its density is given, its volume is given. They have asked to calculate the buoyant force which is acting on it and also the apparent weight loss. If we talk about the buoyant force which is acting on it, then buoyant force U is equals to V rho G. Once you calculate the V rho G, you will get the buoyant force as 0.5 Newton. The volume is given, density of the water is 1 gram per centimeter cube, and G we have to take as 1000. We got the buoyant force as 0.5 Newton. Now what? So this is how we need to proceed. Once you get the buoyant force as 0.5 Newton, we need to calculate its weight in air. How to calculate its weight in air? It is density multiplied by the volume. So 5400 into 50, that is 27,009, and then just divided by 10 raised to 5, and then you get the apparent loss as 2.7 minus 0.5, which is 2.2 Newton. Note it down quickly. Be quick. Now let's move further on the next type of numerical. The next type of numerical is based on the concept of density and relative density. Here it is. It is given that the relative density of silver is 10.5. Find its density. How to find the density? We are knowing this basic formula that relative density is the density of object divided by density of water. So, we need to write the same. Relative density is equal to density of object upon density of water. Now what is the relative density given as? It's given as 10.5. Density of silver, that we need to find out. What is the density of water? If we take the SI unit, then it is 1000. Try to recall. So, the density of silver will be 1000 into 10.5, which is equal to kilogram per meter cube. So this is the answer. Note down this numerical, then we will move further. So, I hope you have noted down this content. Now, let's move further on the next type of numerical. The next numerical is like this. A block has dimensions of 2 cm cross 5 cm cross 10 cm. So, here you are having one block and its dimensions are given to us. Alright, as 2 into 5 into 10. If its weight is 2.5, find its density. What is the formula for density? We know that density is equal to mass upon volume. So, for calculating the density, what are we having over here? We are having weight, and that is in SI unit. Alright, we kept it over here. We don't have volume, so we need to find out the volume of a cuboid, which is L into B into H. What are the dimensions over here? They are in SI unit, so we need to convert this in SI unit. What is SI unit of length? It's meter, so we need to convert all these dimensions into meter. So it is equal to 2 into 5 into 10 upon 100 of the 2, 100 of the 5 and 100 of the 10. Then 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 5 2s are 10 and one more 10 will get cancelled out. So here we are remaining with 4 zeros in the denominator, which comes up to 10 raised to minus 4. So here the density volume is 10 raised to minus 4. So you get the density as 2.5 into 10 raised to plus 4 kilogram per meter cube. Then they have also said that find its relative density. So relative density is what? It is density of object upon density of water What is the density of object? It's this 2.5 into 10 raised to 4 upon what is the density of water? 1000. So again 3 zeros will get cancelled out. What will remain is 2.5 into 10, which is 25. Only 25 because relative density has no unit. This is the first answer and the two answers that are asked. Alright. So note down this content quickly, then we will move further. Be quick in noting. So I hope you have noted the content. Now let's move further on the next type of numerical. Here it is, the next numerical. They have given that we are having a sealed can that has mass of 600 gram and volume of 500 centimeter cube. Will it float or sink in water? Now, how to find out whether anything will float or sink in water? Try to recall when we had done the concept of relative density. At that time, it was said that if the value of relative density is greater than 1, then the object will sink, and if the relative density is less than 1, then the object will float. The same concept is applied over here. What is the concept? We are having a sealed can whose mass is 600 gram. So, mass is given to us as 600 gram. Its volume is 500 centimeter cube. So, what will be its density first of all? Density of the object is mass upon volume. Alright, what is the mass? 600. Volume 500. What will happen? 0, 0 will get cancelled out. 6 by 5 is 1.2 gram per centimeter cube. Now, relative density. Relative density is density of substance upon density of water. What is the density of object? It's 1.2. Density of the water, what will be the density of water? It is 1 gram per centimeter cube. 1.1 upon 1, which is 1.2. If the value of relative density is greater than 1, then the object will sink. So, the can will sink. Alright. This is how you have to decide whether the object will float or it will sink. Note it down quickly. So, I hope you have noted down the content. Now, let's see what we have done today. We started our session with just one, yes, with this particular numerical. How we did this? There is one cubical box. It is you are immersed in water, but this is important that it is half of its length. So, to find out the buoyant force, we used U is equals to V rho G. And then we were able to calculate. First we calculated the volume, then we calculated its buoyant force. Then the next particular numerical. Over here in the next particular numerical, we were asked to find out the buoyant force as well as the apparent weight loss. For finding out the apparent weight loss, we used this density and volume. Alright, we calculated first its weight in air by using this density and volume. Then we subtracted it with the given density, given weight buoyant force. Alright, once we subtract it, you got the apparent weight loss. Alright, now the next particular numerical. The relative density. We are knowing that relative density is density of the object upon density of water, and using that we calculated the density of silver. Then about this, the weight is given and its density and relative density is asked. Density is mass upon volume, relative density is density of the object upon density of water. Next we had this numerical. That is a sealed can. It has the mass of about 600 gram, volume of 500 centimeter cube. Will it float or sink? For finding out whether it will float or sink, we need to understand about the concept of relative density. If it's greater than 1, then it will sink. Less than 1, then it will float. Then in the beginning we saw these formulas of buoyant force as V rho g. Density of the water is fixed 1 kilogram per meter cube or 1 gram per centimeter cube. Density as mass upon volume and relative density as density of the object upon density of water. Alright. So that is all for the content of the day. I hope you have understood all the content that is taught today. Numericals are very important for your logical development. So work properly in this context. That's all for the content of the day. Thank you so much, my dear students, for listening to me, and have a very good day. Bye-bye.